What's up, SNA Assassinators? This is Super Ninja Austin back with another video. And happy holiday / Merry Christmas. Even though we're like 7 days away, I thought I might say that to you guys, because it is the holiday season, and we're gonna be talking about the holiday bash edition of AEW Dynamite tonight. And I want to ask you, how are you feeling in the holiday season? And I hope y'all doing very well, and I hope y'all been pretty good this year. Well, maybe some of you assassinators are more older than obviously 5 to 10. So I'm not gonna say anything. You be good this year, and and be good for Santa Claus, because that's a little bit childish. But I will tell you that we will be seeing a wonderful Christmas. I can imagine this season. I can. And the Hanukkah for those fellow assassinating Jews, I say, happy Hanukkah to those as well, and Kwanzaa, and what the other one? I totally forgot. I'm so sorry. I feel shame for forgetting the other holidays in December. I know New Year's Eve is gonna be at the end of the month, but let's move on to the next. Let's talk about what we're gonna be talking about here today. We're gonna be talking about some three very incredibly impressive matches, and one big match that's going to get the biggest award of my podcast yet, but I'm going to wait until later on in the video for that. But I think Anthony Khan made a huge blunder, but at the same time, I understand why did he made the change. With one match, I thought it was going to be main evented. It got to be the opener, but before that match started, we got what's his name, Orange Cassidy and Jay White to talk face to face. Talk face to face. Talking in a duo backstage interview with the remarkable what Excalibur says, which I think she's unmarkable at this time. This is what she was like, but this is where she started to be better, even more better, with her journalism, by saying she was like, "Are you guys more focused about the Death Riders or amongst each other?" This is where the Jay White was like, he was like, Renee, give this over here. As much as I would like to compliment you right now, which I don't think he should, this is where he was like, you get, you. Here's where it's he one heck of a fighter, and he was talking at a little chatting conversation in the back. So I think he's gonna be worn out with his voice. But I want to speak for him by saying we are all focused about the Death Riders tonight, and it's on with each other, at the world's end. Make no mistake, Renee, and Mr. Cassidy yourself. My focus is on exactly the AEW World Championship. But I know the fast and quickest way to get to the world's end is that I know that I have to rely on those that I don't usually rely on. But I know him, and this is where she was, and this is where he did point out, saying he would normally be with his Bang Bang Gang boys, Juice Robinson and the Guns, but they're obviously not here. But he's like, at least I can fall back and rely on the likes of Orange, right here, this cool orange with these very awesome shades on. I gotta be completely honest. He needs to give me a pair. And this where he's an anti-cowboy that calls himself ice cold refreshing beverage. Well, not really, but you get what I'm trying to say. But it's and that is Hangman Adam Page, which you already knew I was referring to. But it's I'm gonna have to rely on these two men, and then I go, we to rely on Hangman Adam Page because he relies on himself. But everybody around here, downtown, time and time again, and he's everybody downtown going down after down, each moment, when they go facing against the Death Riders, but not this time around because, team, and it's where it's it is where the Jay White was enthusiastic, when he saw Hangman Adam Page just came out of nowhere, when he mentioned it was it's a team of me, Hangman, and Orange, and this is where it'd be before it's where it's a drum roll, please, can we get a round of applause for Hangman? But it's where Hangman was not in the mood for such silly introductions. He told him to shut his mouth. He's tonight, not. He was Mox is not yours, and he's definitely not yours, Orange. He's he is mine. Tonight, that championship is mine. And this is where he walked through it. This is where Jay White was This was like, oh, I'll worry about the title later, like in AEW World's End. But for now, I cannot disagree with you on letting you have Moxley tonight. This was like, and tonight's about to be action, and this where then they went right through the what's that called, the hallway with what's name was lagging behind, but when Cathy with him shaking his head with Renee, he's like, oh boy, like hopefully we can stay on the page. And I was like, yeah, me too. And where he put the shades on. But this is where we got a face-to-face little what's that called? A little face-to-face what's that called? Message. That's where I did a little video promo. This is where a live one to be exact. This is where we got Will Ospreay's like, yeah, Will Ospreay. Dark Knight will go one-on-one with the aerial assassin himself, and that is me. And he's like, well, I'm grateful to say, like, I'm grateful that you. This was like, I'm 100% grateful, if not 100 million%, like that you that you called my name, and not just because of one thing. Like it's well, but yeah, what I'm saying I'm gonna do like to you, and what I'm gonna show to everybody that they when I call myself the aerial assassin, like, and then like I'm gonna whoop. And he's like, I'm gonna go to warfare, and I'm gonna also show that why I'm Will Ospreay and why I on another level than anybody here in this company combined. But it's where then we move on to the opener match, which at first I did not understand why the opener was not the main event at first, but I was like, oh, I see why, and it's going to get the highest trophy of the podcast. But we're going to start things off with the TBS Championship match starting off first, and that is the CEO, Mercedes Moné, defending her TBS Championship against the Queen Slayer, Anna Jay, and it was like exactly how we predicted it, and maybe some of those that were rooting for the CEO herself to retain here, which I don't really blame this particular fan that wanted to, but wanted to do that. But moving on, we're gonna I talk about this. I'll point out this match was very amazing and terrific. I was like, how come this is not the main event? And in general, like not trying to be biased here, but just saying. But yeah, I'll say this match is gonna get the golden trophy. I'm already gonna be saying it, but before, y'all start saying Austin, like if this is gonna get the golden trophy, like how come like you're giving a higher trophy, highest trophy like a reward like to the main event of the match, which it's like I'll say like as much as I like to give it a tie of the golden trophy, but let's say follow up to the main event of AEW World's End, like it's a higher trophy than the golden trophy, which I'm not going to get into just yet, but. We got things started with the Queen Slayer and the CE. This is where then we got Aubrey's like, all right, she's on the ropes, like you know the rules, like it's not a no DQ match. And this where and she's like, okay, like come on, Mercedes. This was like no cowering her out, but the thing is, he wasn't cowering. He was trying to come up with a strategy to maintain in the offense side, which it did work because she hit the most devastating move in all of professional wrestling with the schoolgirl roll up. This where then she tried to go for a headlock, taking her to old school, I guess you could say. This is where we got Anna Jay then start elbowing her right in the midsection. She try to throw the CEO right into the left side. This is where then she goes for a shoulder tackle, just like I give Super Ninja Austin did that to a wrestler like he was wrestling in the match. It would start things off with a grapple. I go for a headlock. Somebody told me right to the left side or top side, go for a shoulder tackle and go to the side, like into my left, I guess you could say. But the thing is, like, that's where we saw Mercedes Moné then just did her Moné ring dance like that she normally do. This is where she goes for a pin, but Anna Jay flips right back up. This is where we got Anna Jay run to the left side. Moné goes for a slide duck, leapfrog, like right to the left. But I think Anna Jay ran right through like side of her head, right onto the right side of her left leg. This is where she had a slap across her face. This is where it was like a double insult to injury, like for and what she did a couple weeks ago, back when Anna Jay challenged her for the championship. This is where we got the CEO to pick her up. This is where she goes for a suplex once she ducks out of the clothesline from Anna. When she comes to the left side, this is where she not only hit one suplex, but she hit two, but not only two, but also three, which y'all know who I'm referring to, and that is the Three Amigos, just like her idol, the Latino Heat himself. This is where we got the CEO then got the fans hyped up. Is where half of the fans were chanting for Anna Jay, while the other half was chanting for the CEO herself, which is obviously Monet. Is where she goes for a frog splash, just like her, also like her idol, which I believe that's her signature and finisher respectively in her arsenal, next to the Meteor and the Monet Maker and the what that called what she calls it, the money statement, or the statement maker. That's what it's called, the statement maker. That's I almost keep on with the money statement, because it's like I always think it's her last name that starts before statement, because another company that was the case. But this is where we got Anna Jay counter out of it. This is where she kicks her right in the gut with a back-legged thrust kick. That's where she goes for a spinning neck breaker. But unfortunately for Anna Jay, she only got 2.6. That's where Anna Jay was very kicked off and frustrated by smacking the canvas, where she goes for a splash. Actually, a forearm strike, correct myself. This is where then she picks up the CEO. This is where then she tries to flip her over into like a snapmare, like an arm twisting snapmare flip by hitting her right in the back of her leg first, though. This is where we got Monet counter out of it. This is where then she goes try twisting her arm, try to look like she's about to hit the statement maker, like by pulling her arms back, twisting it sideways, making the tables go turn around upside down. That's where she made it right side up when she got down and hit a backstabber, which I think that's the signature move, her other signature to be the exact. This is where she got a 1, she got a 2, but this is where we got the CEO only got 2.7, if I'm mistaken. But this. That's where she was very frustrated. This is where then we got Monet then picks up Anna Jay. This is where then she was thinking about. I think she was thinking about what move to hit. This is when she just improvised by just coming up with something quick. And this is where she snapmares Anna Jay right to the left side. This is where she runs right to the right side, hit a meteor right into the face of Anna. But this is where she ends up kicking out. That's where Anna Jay start kicking out at 2.5, like a generic quarterback would call on a football play. It's where we got Monet and start going for the arm cobra clutching straight jacket submission line. This is where she turned into like a camel clutch, but this is where she ends up turning into what's that called? A statement maker, I believe that's what's called. Is where then she tried to go for a backstabber. This is where she gets pushed right to the bottom left side by Anna Jay. This is where Anna Jay tried to run away free, but she was still in the strap in the strap straight jacket position. This is where she gets slammed down to the back of the head and the rest of her back right into the. This is where then we got the CEO got double lucky with the double whammy card that she found in the middle corner of the turnbuckle in the bottom left side. This is where she hits the meteor yet again. Somebody better call Britney Spears, or maybe not. But anyway, that's where she gotta go for a pin. But that's where we got Monet that was like, oh, come on. And then I was like, unfortunately, she had to kick out at this time. But this is where we got Monet, but then hit some plenty other maneuvers while on the ropes, or even just the running, generic attack maneuver, wherever of any sort. Well, even though when they were partially in the most powerful force in all of professional wrestling, and that is the commercial break. But once they got off them, the adverts, while Monet had her back had her knee right onto Anna's back. Won't know why I just said that for, but it was like she was going for like a sleeper kind of snapmare sleeper hold position. But that's where we got Monet then start holding on to Anna Jay. This is where the referee's like, all right, stop it. Like, you got it until the count of 5. This is where then Monet's like, all right, stop at the count of 3. That's where then she went right to the diagonal corner side, from the upper left side to the bottom right. This is where she tried to go for double knees, but Anna Jay countered and hits what they call a blockbuster neck breaker. But the thing is, Monet kicked out at 2.4. And this is where Anna Jay's like, it just cannot be happening. And this is where then And that's where we got Anna Jaden sent Mercedes right into the bottom left side, started stomping on her, going for some kicks until she goes for a leg kick right into the bottom right side, if I'm mistaken, is where she did like right from bottom, but she went right to back into the upper left side where Monet was, and then this is where we got her going to the top side. Then hit her with a kick that way too. That's where she goes for. And what they call this is where she finally got a guarantee of that straight jacket like what's that called the straight jacket like what's that snapmare maneuver, whatever it's called, I don't know, but this is where we got Anna Jade and go pick up Monet. This is where she tried to pick her up, hit her with the what they call the gory bomb. Yeah, the gory bomb, which I was like that looks too similar to the Monet maker. But the thing is, it's not like a face plant kind of position. It's kind of his face buster, but it's going forward rather than sideways. But anyway, yeah, or backwards, I should say, given that she puts her on her back just like the CEO. But this is where once she tried to go for a pin onto Mercedes, is where she immediately got onto the hands onto the ropes at 2.6. That's where then Excalibur and the rest of the commentators like, she did not literally just put her hand out there. This is where Matt Menard was very happy and enthusiastic by saying that like I knew that was gonna happen. I was like, yeah, same here. And yeah, Matt Menard seems similar to somebody that I'm looking at right now, as a matter of fact, because he has the most excellent face that I ever seen from a wrestler. But that's a different video for a different day. But this is where we got Anna Jade and was like, what does it take to become a TBS champion? It's where she hangs on Monet, right, draping her off into the middle ropes. That's where she trap her arms around the top ropes in the top corner. She goes for a roundhouse kick, then follow that up with a neck breaker. That's where we got Anna Jade trying to pick her up over the ring, and then try to go for a Queen Slayer right onto Mercedes, where she started spinning her around. Where she tried to go for two. But this is where we got Mercedes Monet to turn into a female AEW wrestler version of Mike Tyson, because she started biting Anna Jay's arm. I was like, she did not literally just did that, but I'm afraid she did. But this is where Anna Jay's like, you psychopath, and I was like, I know you ain't talking, because there's some stuff that you did that was unnormal, or abnormal. Let me rephrase that. So if I was you, Miss Queen Slayer, I would look in the mirror if I was you. But anyways, where we got the CEO to go for a statement maker, I meant to say, is where we got. That's where we got Anna Jade and flip right over and try to turn into a pin. But referee count one, referee count two, but Monet flipped right over into the statement maker. This is where she was like you're gonna I'm not gonna stop until you tap. But this is where Anna Jade tried to turn it into like a waist lock or what's that called? What's that a backslide? But this is where Monet tried to flip it over to her finisher, the money maker, but that didn't work this time. But finishing maneuvers on page 4003, which it didn't work the first time, but we all know what was going to happen the second time. This is where Anna Jay tried to turn this around, try to pick her, try to go back into the backslide again. But this is where she instead of trying to flip her over for a pin, even though she probably would have got a guarantee of doing that maneuver, but this is where she decided to ram her, go backwards and hit her face first, right into the bottom right corner side turnbuckle. This is where she did it again, and this is where I was like, the torture, poor CEO. This is where we got. This is where we got Anna Jay that flips her over into a sunset flip position for a pinfall. But yeah, we already expected, it was a 2-even kick out. This is where we got Mercedes Monet turn this around into a sunset flip power bomb, slamming Anna Jay's back first right into the turnbuckles in the process. This is where Monet went to the diagonal side in the upper left side. She must have shouted out something like, EO has nothing on me, which she doesn't, because she went for a Dior to the face, right to the corner in the bottom right side. When she went back down, she hits her finishing maneuver that was a guarantee, by the way, and Monet maker, and she got the 1, 2, 3. And this was the obvious wrestling rhyming here, and that was saying something that was right, because we still see Mercedes Monet is still your TBS championship. And yeah, this match, some of y'all are probably saying that this is probably not accurate, but I don't give a damn about some of those fans or some of those that might watch this video that that will talk sugar honey iced tea about what I have to say about this match. But I think it was really great. It gets the golden trophy of the night. Maybe quick and maybe like it needed more story, probably, perhaps, but at the same time, like this was still a good match, and I still enjoyed every single bit of it. Some might say like I'm being a little too positive about this match, and I'm just I'm just like being a little too, I'll say, like what's that? A little too, say, what's that word? Like enthusiastic or sensitive about this match, and being perhaps biased as well. But I'm not. Like it's just that the facts. Like she did like a really great job, and the Jay did the same. And I'm not going to discredit her either because she did a very phenomenal job. Like even though she couldn't be very short. And as for fans, I want to tell that so-called stupid fan by talking sugar honey iced tea about Renee about she's she did a downgrade when she went to AEW, which does this look like a downgrade to you? Like she's reigning as the longest reigning, or maybe almost at the longest reigning TBS champion, reaching at 200 days, surpassing 200 days. Let me rephrase that. And she got 2 successful title defenses for both of her belts in 1 week. Like first it was over at New Japan's Strong Style Will Evolve in Long Beach, and then now they're in Washington D.C. when she defended her TBS championship at this Holiday Bash edition, just about 3 days after she successfully defended her not TBS, her New Japan title over in New Japan's event in the West Coast, but she went to the East Coast because you have her match against the Queen Slayer at AEW. But yeah, take that, you stupid fan, like because like you were terribly wrong because like she's just continuing to prove every single hater wrong because like if that fan truly was a fan, like he wouldn't even care like what company she go wherever she goes, like she's gonna bring in that magic. But what are your thoughts on this match? It may not be like too much of the best, maybe I know that, but I just like maybe most things that happened, like it was like I predicted it to be, except for Kristen showing up out of nowhere, but she was watching it right on the monitor, like backstage. But let me know in the comment section right down below. But yeah, she deserves to be double champion, and I sure hope that. And she also, and this is where I was thinking, like I don't think it's going to be a triple threat match for both those titles. Maybe like she'll put one of them on the line for AEW World's End, which that's obviously like. Which obviously we're going to be seeing her defend that New Japan Strongman Championship against Mina Shirakawa for her Rev Pro Championship. Yeah, which is called the British Women's Championship, by the way. But yeah, like that's going to be a title for title match over in the Tokyo Dome. Maybe we'll be seeing her fight Kristen Statlander at World's End. That's my theory. Maybe we could see her fight Kristen Statlander in Orlando, and then she'll face Mina at the Tokyo Dome. But what do you think what's going to be happening in the next few weeks? Let me know down in the comment section right down below. Like in the upcoming new year of 2025, I cannot hardly wait for that. But yeah, which I think she's going to successfully defend both her titles and regain. I mean, not regain her. I need to start I need to start phrasing my terms better than this, but yeah, like and to also gain a new championship on her collection with her one like I believe her left shoulder, if not her right one, is lonely because she already got one around her waist and one on her one shoulder, one of them to be the exact. So she needs one for the other to have triple gold. Not sure, hope that happens, but what do you think was going to happen? Do you think Mina Shirakawa is going to walk out as double champion at Wrestle Dynasty, or do you think that Mercedes Moné is going to walk out as triple champion? Let me know in the comments. But moving on, we got this is where then we got FTR. Then had plenty to say about FTR after this. Where FTR's like. Well, we couldn't help but knows like what happened a couple weeks ago, like when. When they try to poison what's his name yet again, like no call on Britney Spears, poison Orange Cassidy. That's what it's like. But they also pointed out like what happened last Saturday at Collision, like when like they finally showed the clip, like which I think I told you about, like when I said like if they're gonna follow up with this on Dynamite, which they did, like when they had FTR talk about it when they were at home, like this where it's like yeah, when we were exiting the building, like where Collision was at, which I assume was St. Louis, that's where they said like they got ambushed from behind and they got attacked by the Death Riders, is where then. And where they just choke them out is where they try to left them for dead in the cold. That's what they were talking about. And they were like, and this where then they were like, and y'all guys said like, what's the life after wrestling? Y'all may ask us or is there a life after wrestling for FTR? And this where they show. Oh yeah, they showed the attack from the Death Riders onto the FTR like with the camera like well, it was right down below under the cart they put it on, which that's how it ended like for AEW Collision. Like they didn't but they didn't show like them attacking them until tonight on Dynamite, but that's where we got. But this is where then Dax the Axe or Uncle Dax the Axe, I should say like yeah, I put my whole life onto this career that I'm doing right now. Like what else is there for us to do? Like we don't have nothing. Like it is like Doc Sampson gave me an update about my health, and he's like before I start filming this, like Doc Sampson said like you like yeah. It was like we were cleared for the rest of the year. That's what he said. That's what he said. Yeah, he was like until now to January 1st, because January 1st is going to be 3 weeks from now. It was like we're going to be knocking at your doorstep for another opportunity. Like, and he's like, and it's not going to look good for you and your family. Like, but at the it's like at January 1st, like Nashville, North Carolina. I mean, not Nashville, Asheville. Like that rhymes with Nashville, like North Carolina, like that they will like fight the Death Riders, any like anytime, like anywhere, this like in Nashville, it's like they'll be ready. And it's like we'll see you there, and it's like top guys out. And yeah, we got one match that's been announced for fight of the Fallen. It'll be one of the Death Riders taking on FTR. Who do you think will win this match? But let me know down in the comments about that down below. But it's where we got MJF that came out and they cut a promo with the fans are booing. He's like, you don't like me. This is where fans are like, hell no. This is where then he was and this is where he started asking them questions. Why the reason why? Which one of them like this is where then he told everybody in Washington I called him called him such a garbage city or a disgusting city, I believe that's called. I'm like, no, I think that's a totally different city. And no, I'm not talking about Long Island. I'm talking about the city that John Moxley is from, but that's a different video for a different day. But yeah, like I was like, you got it all wrong, Maxwell, even though you're trying to get some heel heat, but at the same time, like you're not right on this one. But this is where then he's like, and this is where then he also made fun of their NBA team because right now, like the Washington Wizards are not being at his best, and he wasn't being no better, like telling them that they absolutely suck. And this is where then the fans start blaming him for the reason why. And this is where it's like, oh, really? You're gonna start blaming me, like for them being suckish? Like, but I'm not even on the team, and I don't even have the powers of their mascot does. This is what. And that's where fans start chanting Wizard sucks because they're like, we cannot deny that. Like, perhaps you're right, even though you're like, whether if it's a heel, whether if you're just getting some heel heat or making a factual statement, like you're not lying regardless. And this is where MJF then was like, okay, like you're probably getting your slintons, like they really do suck. And this was like, now we're on the same page. Like, I'm not trying to be a Scrooge, like for crying out loud, like because for one thing, it is and this way he turned into Andy Williams, like by singing one of the songs. I believe it's the most wonderful time of the year. Well, I'm off key for singing it like that, but it's where the fans are like, don't sing the rest of the please don't sing the rest of the verses because you're horrible at it. That's what the fans said. And it's where it's like, and he's like, and for those fans out there that don't know what the holiday Hanukkah is, like it's not like what he said, like it was not which is the most religious holidays in a year. Like, and you get it, like, you already get the what it's coming. Like, he's like, in case if you don't celebrate, like, I was direct. That's where it's and for those that are unaware, and I would hate to break this to you, we don't believe in Santa. Us Jews don't believe in Santa Claus. He's a fake fat man with a red suit on. He's I'm not sorry. Sorry, not sorry, kind of situation. It's where then he then look at the commentators with look like that when he made the comments where then he looking around the thing. And that's where the fans, including this little girl, right into the middle of the stands, or not the stands, I think more we in the seats, and the audience with a pink shirt would start chanting Santa. And the adults are trying to mock MJF by saying Santa, 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 Santa repeatedly. That's where the MJF's that's where MJF was also I hate to be the one to break it to you, from your childhood, memories. Santa was not the one that gave you a lump of coal for Christmas, because your parents were too poor to afford real gifts. It's just a pipe. But let this pipe down. With me finishing that, explaining the reason. As you know, for Hanukkah, it's all about giving. And you're very dropping. Not. And not for and not. I'm not trying to say that for those that don't know what that word means, but I'm just a little emotional about what kind of fundraiser. I wonder what kind of fundraiser it is. He could be going out of character, or maybe he's this is all part of his character with him, tricking us, and that was basically was. And so please donate for this this little baby. What he said. It's with them playing that very sad and poorish Christmas music, if if you if you want to be dramatic or just drama feel onto a segment like tonight. It's where the MJF can say guys, right now, if you want to help that freak if you want to help this freakish small yellow baby, which I start dying with laughter, he did not just do that, and yeah, he gets the golden trophy for that, for Goofy Wrestling of the Night. But it's where then he was you want to help this freakish yellow baby, yellow baby, and this is where he's all you have to do is just scan the QR code right into you see on the screen right here, so you can buy the World's End pay-per-view this a week from this Saturday, December 28th. And then this is where the fans won't stop talking and start mocking him and start talking sugar honey iced tea on him. This is where it's guys, I'm not stop talking. So shut the hell up. And this is where fans start booing him because they don't want to hear what's it. This is where I'm trying to help y'all's ungrateful asses out here. I'm are you? In response, this is where the MJF then finished by saying this is where it's if you buy this pay-per-view, part of your money is going to go towards right into my foundation by putting this small yellow child out of this misery. And then this is where the fans what? And this is where MJF's and also for that, every fact that I am better than you, as they start looking at everybody in the audience, you can thank me later, which is a new catchphrase that he always keeps saying at the end of his promo, which I believe he got it from Drake, one of Drake's old albums from 15 years ago. But anyways, this is where we got Adam Cole, baby, was they went on the screen. Is where it's Maxwell, you may be out in that ring, and I may be back here and behind the screens, in the backstage area. But I'm gonna tell you this one thing: I will beat you for that Dynamite Diamond Ring Awards. I also want to let you know. And I also want to let you know that I've been meeting with Anthony Khan as well. And I know how. He's and he told me how bad I want to get my hands on that Dynamite Diamond. And this is where it's and this is where, no, he didn't, Tony Khan didn't say that. It was Adam Cole that said it. I know, I told this to Maxwell, saying, I know that you want that Dynamite Diamond ring very, very badly. But I'm and the only way you're gonna get that Dynamite Diamond ring, after the bell rings, is you're gonna have to earn it, because there's two men that's gonna be there that's gonna make sure that does not happen with any sneaky tactics that you have in your mind. This is where it was Matt Taven and Mike Bennett that came in and back up Adam Cole. This is where Adam Cole's you got no. You got nobody to back you up and hide behind. You got nowhere else also to hide. You are a dead man, and I'm gonna finish this at World's End. And this is when Adam Cole's like, boom, like without doing the hand pose until he got up. This is when Adam Cole then got up. This is where he was about to leave, but he's like, and this is where Adam Cole was like, wait, like before I leave, I think I had something else to say to our boy Maxwell here. This is when Mike Taven Mike Beard is like, oh, I don't know what exactly you want to say. Like, I'm clueless, right? That's why Adam Cole didn't finally remember, like, oh, that's right. Like, Maxwell, like, I'm a, like, this is where he's like, oh, that's right. Like, Max, am I kicking your ass yet? This is where, MJF was looking clueless. This is where we saw Adam Cole, after he said that on the screen, he popped up. I was like, how there's two Adams? Like, obviously, we all know that answer because the video thing was probably pre-taped, like, about, like, hours before the show came on the air. But this is where we got, once it went blacking out, this is where Adam Cole was standing right in the ring. This is where MJF was like, yeah, like he's a full bluff. You're like, why would he kick my ass if he's still up in the backstage area? This is where Adam Cole turned around, hits him like right in the face with a big old right hand. This is where he started beating him right in the head with the right with his fist. Is where then MJF tried to push him right off him, trying to run out of the way, but this is where but Adam Cole grabs him and pulls him right back, flips him right over him, made him do a backflip and a super kick, knocking him out in the middle of the ring in the process. This is where Adam Cole's like, I finally got you right where I want you. This is where Adam Cole was like, and now I'm going to do exactly what I'm going to do. Exactly 10 days timing. This is where he's about to hit the Paramount Sunriser. Right, with him, setting up the chair inside. This is where MJF grabbled that chair and then ran right out there, zooming out, like before Adam Cole catches him. That's where Maxwell then bailed out immediately. This is where he puts on his scarf. This is where he's like, yeah, like, yeah, like you may have got me with that thrust kick, but you didn't completely finish me off. That's where then I was like, yeah, like that's a good point, but that doesn't mean he can. By a week from the Saturday, this is where then we got Adam Cole to turn around. This is where he did his Adam Cole baby pose. That never gets old. Even if he's in his like 50s like Chris Jericho, I still think he's gonna be like the best wrestler in all of the business, which he said he's not gonna stop. Even if he is gets that old, like he's gonna be doing it for a little while until his body cannot take it no more. And I think that Baby should do that. Yeah. That's why we got this is where we got Willow Nightingale beat Jamie Hayter in the semifinals for the Women's World Cup at Wrestle Dynasty event. But this is where now we saw Julia Hart then attacks her from behind, like with hammerlock like inspired DDT. But before I get into the backstage segment with the former AEW Women's Champion, I want to ask you, who do you think is going to win this Dynamite Diamond ring match between Adam Cole, Baby, and Maxwell Jacob Friedman? Let me know in the comments. But this is where we got, what's her name? Jamie Hayter's like, yeah, this is the fight you don't see, because I see exactly who you are, Julia. And this was like, and that's nothing but a coward. And she was like, and then this by Saturday on Collision, you decided to show up, but was it going on face to face? Like, no, man. Like, when I was beaten, when I was tied, like you used your tricks and tactics to attack me from behind. And this was like, and that's a sneaky classless move, Julia. If you're trying to be classy, like just the message said, she was like, I know you're listening from wherever you're getting wherever device you're watching this at, like whether it's a TV, computer, gaming console, or even or a phone. Jamie Hayter's like, fight for the fallen. Like, I'm going to serve you to death. That's been the best served court. Like, that you had never not been served before. She's like, I'm going to drop you right in your head, Julia. Like, and I'm going to serve you up like of a death of hate, mate. And this is where they just kissed her biceps. She was like, and I'll see you there, mate. And this is where then I started cracking up. I'm like, yeah, she knows how to be entertaining when she needs to be. But what are your thoughts onto this match as well? I was getting very happy that we're finally going to be seeing the follow-up onto this potential feud between Julia Hart and Jamie Hayter. But who do you think